Hello children, this is Archana, your English teacher. I hope you're all fine, safe and secured. In this video, I'm going to teach you a very important topic of English grammar, that is articles. This topic is little difficult and confusing, but it is very helpful in terms of writing and speaking English very effectively. So let's get started. Now let us see what are articles. The words a and the are called articles. Where do they stand? I mean, where do they come? Let me tell you. They come before nouns. English language has two types of articles. One is indefinite article and the other one is definite article. Article a and an come under indefinite article, whereas article the comes under definite article. So children, you are clear that there are two types of articles. One is indefinite article and the other one is definite article. Do you want to know why are they called so? Do you want to know why are they called indefinite and definite articles? Let me tell you. Now let us see why is article a or an called indefinite articles. Let me tell you. Because these articles are or an used for non-specific objects. Children, look at the name, look at the title, indefinite article. Children, what do you mean by the word indefinite first? It means not specific, not detailed, or not exact, or just general. Usually we use article a or an to talk about the nouns which are general or not specific. And you also use article a or an to introduce nouns in your sentences when you're framing or when you're writing or when you're speaking. Look at the first example. A doctor. Here I am not specifically talking about any particular doctor. I am just mentioning a doctor. That means any doctor. Now look at the next example. A pen. Not a specific pen. Any pen. It may be a red ink pen or blue ink pen or any pen. It may be from any brand. I don't know about it. Any pen. So in the same way, a lawyer, that means any lawyer, an orange, any orange, an umbrella, any umbrella. That means when you're talking about the objects which are not specific, you use article a or an. That's why these articles are called indefinite articles. So here you found article a with some words and article an with some other words. Let us see. Let us try to understand in detail why did I use a and an with different words. Let us try to understand about it slowly. Now let us see why is the called definite articles. Let us understand by its name. What is the meaning of the word definite? Let us try to know. Definite means exact, precise and specific. Usually we use article the to talk about specific nouns. Let's understand it through a few examples so it will be very clear for you. Look at the first example. He is the doctor who treated me when I was sick. So, here I am talking about the doctor. In this example, I mentioned the doctor. But when I explained about indefinite articles, I just mentioned a doctor. What is the difference between a doctor and the doctor? A doctor means any doctor, but the doctor means specific doctor. My focus is on that particular doctor who treated me when I was sick. So I am talking about that specific or particular doctor who treated me when I was sick, but not any other doctor. So that's why I mentioned the definite article the, which is used to talk about specific nouns or specific things. Look at the second example. She is the lawyer who handled the case. Here I am talking about that particular or specific lawyer who handled the case, but not about any other lawyer. Look at the next example. This is the pen which I wanted to give you. So here I am talking about the particular pen, that specific pen which I wanted to give you that particular day. Understood? So So you understood why they are called definite and indefinite articles. So let's explore more about their usage. First, let us see the use of article a or an. The choice between article a and an is exclusively determined by sound. Sound. What is the sound I'm talking about suddenly? You may be thinking about this, right? Exactly. Let me tell you. You know that English alphabet has 26 letters, and you already know that these letters are divided into two types: vowels and consonants. A, E, I, O, U are called vowels. Excluding these five, the remaining 21 are called consonants. So based on vowel and consonant sound, we choose article a or an. And the usage of article a or an is completely determined by sound. And we use these articles to talk about non-specific nouns, I already told you. And we use these articles to talk about singular countable nouns. What are singular countable nouns? A book, for example, a book, a pen, a pencil. So these are countables. If you find more than one book, you say books. If you find more than one pen, you say pens. So you can count. So you can use article a or an depending on the sound. And coming to uncountable nouns, can you say a tea? Tea is uncountable. Can you say a tea, a coffee? No, you cannot say. Tea and coffee are uncountable nouns. So you cannot use article a or an before these nouns. So you can just say, you can just mention a cup of tea, 2 cups of tea, 3 cups of tea, but not a tea. Okay, so now let us go and discuss more about it. Now let us see a few examples of article a. A book, a cap, a doctor, a fish, a gate, a horse, a yacht, a man, a university, a union, a European, a useful article, a unicorn, a 1 rupee note. So if you look at these examples, if you look at the words from a book to a man, all these words started with consonants such as B, C, D, F, G, H, Y, and M. So as per the rule, before the consonant, we need to use article a. That is fine, absolutely right. But what about the next set of words? A university, a union, a European, a useful article, a unicorn, a 1 rupee note. All these words began with vowels. Have you observed, children? All these words began with vowels. But why did I use the article a? As per the rule, before the vowel sound, we need to use article an. Before vowels, we need to use article an. But why did I use article a here? Let me tell you. Though these words begin with vowels, they make consonant sounds. Look at university, university, Y sound, union, Y sound, European, E and U together make Y sound, useful, Y sound, unicorn, Y sound, and if you take the last example, 1 rupee note, V sound. So all these words, though they are vowels, they are making consonant sounds. So that's why we have to use article a instead of article an. I already told you article a and an completely determined by sounds. Examples of article an enemy, an ink pad, an orange, an umbrella, an hour. If you take this word an hour, it has begun with consonant H. Here the letter H is silent. So the pronunciation is not hour, it is hour. So it is vowel sound. So that's why we use an, though it has begun with the consonant H. So I already told you article a and an completely determined by the sounds. Now let us go to the next example, an honest man. Again here H is silent. It is consonant but it is silent. The pronunciation is not honest, it is honest. So it is vowel sound. So that's why we use an, though it has begun with the consonant H. Now look at the next example. An Englishman, an apple, an award, an ugly duck, an itchy sweater, an actor, an invitation card, an eagle. So here all the words began with vowels. So there is no problem. We have used the absolute article an. Now let us go to the next part. Now let us discuss the usage of article the, which is definite article. The article the is used when we talk about a particular person or thing. For example, the book you want is out of stock. So I am talking about a particular book which you want. And the next example is the person who is walking on the road is my math teacher. So here I am referring, I am talking about the person, about that particular person who is walking on the road. Article the is also used when a singular noun is meant to represent a whole class. For example, the cow is a useful animal. Here, the cow is a singular noun. But the intention behind the usage of the article the is to refer the whole class of cows, the whole family of cows. So you can also reframe the sentence if you do not want to use the article the. You can reframe it like this. Cows are useful animals. I'm talking about all the cows, but not a specific cow. So look at the next example. The rose is the sweetest of all flowers. So here the rose is a singular noun, but it is indicating the class of roses. It is indicating the whole family of roses. So you can also restructure the sentence if you do not want to use the article the, like this. Roses are the sweetest of all flowers. So let me give you one another example. If I say the tiger is a dangerous animal, so the tiger is a singular noun. But if you want to reframe the sentence without using the article the, here the tiger represents the whole class of tigers. So you can also reframe it like that. Tigers are dangerous animals. So the meaning of the tiger is a dangerous animal and tigers are dangerous animals is same. Let me more about it. Article die is also used before some proper names, such as names of oceans, seas, rivers, and canals. For example, the Pacific Ocean, the Black Sea, the Ganga River, and the Suez Canal. Die is used before deserts, group of islands, and mountain ranges. For example, the Sahara Desert, the West Indies, and the Himalayas. And the most importantly, I mean, above and beyond all the other considerations, you need to take this point into consideration now. The article "the" is used before a very few names of countries, which include words like republic, states, and kingdom. For example, the United Kingdom. So in this country, you have seen the word kingdom. So that's why we need to use the article the. And the Irish Republic. So you have seen the word republic. So that's why we use article the. The United States of America. States. The word states is there. So that's why we use article the. Article the is also used before the names of religious books such as the Vedas, the Ramayana, the Mahabharata, the Bible, and the Quran. The is also used before the names of newspapers. For example, the Times of India, the Hindu, and the Indian Express. The is used before the names of unique things such as the sun, the sky, the earth, the moon. Article the is also used with superlatives. For example, Mount Everest is the highest peak in the world. Michael is the best dancer. Jupiter is the biggest planet in our solar system. If you consider these examples, the highest, the best, the biggest. Highest is the superlative form of the adjective high. Best is the superlative form of the adjective good. And the biggest is the superlative form of the word big. So here we used article the before the superlative forms of these adjectives. Article the is also used with ordinals. Example, the first man. For example, if you want to talk about the first man who is standing in the queue, you can mention the first man from the queue. And the second bird, the third car. So article the is also used with ordinals. Also used with musical instruments such as the flute, the piano, and the guitar. So you use article the with all the musical instruments, not only these three, all the musical instruments. Now let us discuss the pronunciation of the article the. We find variation in pronunciation depending on the situation, looking at whether it's a vowel sound or consonant sound. We have 4 rules here. Look at rule number 1. The is pronounced as the before vowel sound. For example, the apple, the end, but not the apple, the end. It is the apple, the end because A and E are vowels. Rule number 2. Connect the words. Connect the words if they have vowel sound. That means you need to maintain the continuity when you're pronouncing. You should not pause. For example, the apple, the end. It's not the apple, the end. It is the apple, the end. Look at rule number 3. Add little y sound. So when you're pronouncing these vowel sound words, you need to add little y sound. For example, the emperor, the answer, the end. Now let me read the sentences for you. Look at the first sentence. The emperor is at the war. It is at the war. W is consonant. So that's why I pronounce it as the. And the emperor is at the war. Let us see the second sentence. I have the answer to the question. I have the answer to the question. Look at the third sentence. This is the end of the video. This is the end of the video. Now let us see the rule number 4. Say the before consonant sounds. I already told you the war, the question, the video in the previous sentences. So here examples. The day, the month. So this is all about articles. I hope you all understood the concept articles. There is a quotation. Practice makes a man perfect. Until and unless you don't take the risk to practice, you won't learn this topic. So watch the video and practice. Thank you. See you soon. Bye bye.